Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back doing another Guilds of Ravnica Intermediate Swiss Draft League. The rare we've got is Expansion Explosion, which is a great card. Good way to finish the game. I have to remember to use Expansion. I always forget. You can copy your opponent's cards as well, which is really important. Great card. Taking it. This pack is really stacked, actually. We've got Ledev Champion and House Guild Mage, both two great uncommons. We have Rhizome Lurcher, Healer's Hawk, some great commons. I like Dazzling Light, Siege Worm, Righteous Blow is certainly playable. So a bunch of goodies, but we're going to go with the rare. Okay, follow-up pick. We've got Citywide Bust, which is pretty good against certain decks. Guild Summit, which I like. Deadweight. Gatekeeper Gargoyle. Luminous Bonds. There's a Wojak Bodyguard. I don't like this as much in Is It, because you tend to be more spell-based. Guild Summit. So this deck really wants to be more spell, instant, and sorcery oriented. Yeah, it makes it a little more difficult to build. Bodyguard's obviously going to be good with stuff like Fire Urchin and like a Wee Dragonauts or something if we get that. Maybe even a Crackling Drake early. But it may be the best card here for us if we want to actually play Expansion Explosion. I guess we'll go Bodyguard. Like I said, you don't play a ton of creatures in this deck, so I typically don't like it, but in this deck. But yeah, it's also good with Fresh-Faced Recruit. There's an Inspiring Unicorn, which is very good. Could be Boros is a better direction to go. Artful Takedown. Capture Spheres, good removal. Once again, not an instant or sorcery, so a little bit less good for the Expansion Explosion. You can still play Expansion even in a Boros deck. That's true. Inspiring Unicorn is very good. It's just a very strong card. It's only third pick, though. Doesn't mean anything. Or else you take like a Capture Sphere. I probably would prefer the Unicorn. Very strong. Alright. Take the Unicorn. I'm going to see if Boros can be done. Well, now the dilemma, because we have the Piston Fist, which is clearly better for Expansion Explosion. Otherwise, there's Blade Instructor, which is Mentor, obviously good. Good with Unicorn as well. Yeah, there's also Discovery Dispersal, which is totally playable in the Is It deck. I would take Cyclops over it, though. Huh. I would say the Cyclops... I mean, between these two, I guess I would rather play the Expansion Explosion. But like I said, you can still play Expansion in Boros. I'm going to take the Cyclops. I think it's a better card than the white card. Okay, there's a Hypoth Sizzle. Some good black cards in here. Radical Idea. We'll take the Sizzle. Let's begin starting to pull the trigger here. Let's get ourselves ready to prepare for Is It. I love Firemind's Research is a lot of fun to play. There's a Glaive, but like I said, this is more of a... I would say Glaive is probably at its worst in Is It, because Is It is so dependent on jumpstart cards or instants and sorceries to get these things going. But we're going to take the Firemind's Research. This card's a ton of fun to play. Taking over Whisper Agent, which would also be good in this deck, and a Sure Strike, which is definitely good in this deck, and a Guildgate, which we wouldn't mind playing either, but Research is a lot of fun, very good. Here, I guess it's a Gateway Plaza. Nothing else on color. Some late black and green that's looking pretty good. Kind of devoid of actual playables here. We'll take a Chromatic Lantern, just in case we get like a I'm not sure. Here we'll take a Locksmith. Could take the Guild Gate for some, maybe a white splash. But Locksmith at least works with Bodyguard, and there's at least a few defenders. I mean, it gets past opposing Piston Fist Cyclops. Not irrelevant. I don't think it's a great card, though. Dazzling Lights will take over the Street Riot. Gargoyle is something we could build towards with gates, but I'll take the lights. Just more black and green. So it looks like Golgari is a path we could have gone down, but I mean, none of these cards are broken. We'll take the foil, I guess. Okay, take another Locksmith. We'll take the worst card here, the Rumors. Whoops, auto-picked something, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. Neither of them were playable for us. So we got 8 playable cards. I'm unhappy. Well, I'm not unhappy, but I'm not like overly excited about Locksmiths, I suppose. But we'll see if we can find some more tools. I mean, Firemind's Research, Cyclops, Hypothesizel, Expansion, Explosion. We have 4 good core Izzet cards. Like I said, I have my concerns about Bodyguard, but it's still a powerful card. Well, Erratic Cyclops is a good one to open because it's exactly what this strategy wants to do. It's very good with the Expansion Explosion too. If you can explode for like 8 mana and just make this get huge. Gravitic Punch has surprised me. It's been better than I thought it was. Muse Drake is totally playable in here too. Good with the Bodyguard. But we're taking the Cyclops, which is also good with the Bodyguard, as a matter of fact. So here we have Sabotage, Discovery, Adept, Urchin. Huh. So Urchin is kind of what this deck wants to do, but we could actually cast Dispersal off a Gateway Plaza. Sabotage is a pretty good card. We probably just take it. Being able to counterspell should not be overlooked. The problem with counterspells in this kind of deck is that it doesn't activate your Cyclops on your opponent's turn when you're most likely casting it. That is true. That's a downside. It's obviously more of a Dimir card, but it's still nice in tempo to have counterspells. I think we'll take it. We're going to hope to wheel something playable there. Well, Crackling Drake is definitely a goodie. We're going to take it over the Electromancer here, and the Capture Sphere, and the Adept, and the Guild Gate. Ornery Goblin is good. Drowned Secrets is cool, but we'll probably take the Disappearance. Actually, we'll probably take the Electromancer. Kind of what our deck wants to do. Making this cheaper is nice. Can actually play this as a counterspell, which is also nice. I do like Unexplained Disappearance, quite good for tempo, but Electromancer seems like an important card for us. So Muse Drake versus Devious Cover-Up. Well, I feel like we already have a counterspell. I wouldn't mind playing more, but I don't mind taking the Muse Drake either. Get some card advantage. I'm going to go Drake, I think. I think I'd rather have the Evasive Creature. Runaway Steamkin. Now that is a good rare to get here. Taking it over Leapfrog. Just a really great card. It's played and constructed too. In mono red. Very strong. Sonic Assault. Great card to get here. So I'm glad this deck is starting to come together quite nicely. Taking it over Ornery Goblin and Halberdier, both of which I would totally play too. A third Locksmith. There's another Dazzling Lights or Mesmerist. Mesmerist might be the pick. It's just add a little bit of versatility to here. Or we can take the Dazzling Lights. Maybe we take the lights. I mean, being able to surveil is a pretty big deal. Turning on Cyclops randomly. Problem with it is you can't do it as a combat trick in that case. You have to just play it to turn your Cyclops on, but that's alright. I think we'll still do it. Gravitic Punch. We don't have great tools for it right now, but you can do it to Cyclops and deal 4, which is good. Crackling Drake, potentially late game, is good with it. Cyclops is obviously good with it. Okay, we'll try it out. Getting the Guild Gate back is nice, otherwise we take an Adept. Adept is pretty good. But I think we're going to have enough for a deck, so I'm just going to make my mana better. Adept shines in Dimir more so than Izzet. Izzet, I feel like you usually are using your mana more to turn on Cyclops and all the Cyclopses. Well, we could take the Capture Sphere, but I'm kind of feeling the second Electromancer. Capture Sphere is pretty nice, but I'm going to go with the Electromancer, just hope to get the spells we need out of pack 3 here. Drowned Secrets. I mean, I'm not going to play Maniacal Rage. I'm not going to play Drowned Secrets either, but it's a cute card to get. We'll take the worst card here, which is probably, I guess, Veiled Shade, maybe. Actually, no, I guess the worst card is the rare. Alright, Informant. Totally playable. Last pick, Sergeant, that we're not going to play. We're looking pretty good. Chemister's Insight is great. I always want to check the price on Venerated Loxodon, expecting it to be worth something, but typically it is not. Yeah, 7 whole cents. So here, I think it's just a pretty easy Chemister's Insight. Super strong card. Great card advantage spell. Pretty happily taking it. So we've got space for 3 cards. Could definitely use some more creatures. City Watch Sphinx is a big finisher. Guildmage's Forum is a free card that we can play. And we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4's not that many, I guess. 4 creatures that we can make bigger off of it. We might just take it anyway. Otherwise, I'm taking a Sphinx, which is very good. Big finisher, which we don't really have. Well, we got a couple, I guess, but not a ton. Electromancer number 3, which is fine. Command the Storm, some removal, discovery. Thinking Sphinx, but like I said, we only need 3 more cards, and Guildmage's Forum would be free, and we might even wheel like an Electromancer. I'm going to go with my gut that says the Forum is going to be nice to have for random pump effects with our multicolor creatures and any more that we potentially pick up here. Well, Risk Factor is a great card. Another Electromancer in here. We have a Crater Maker. All these are good. We're going to take the Risk Factor. It's a great card. I haven't actually gotten to play with it yet either, so I'm kind of happy about that. So here we have Invert Invent, which would let us find Expansion Explosion, Hypothesis, or Chemister's Insight. That's some good tools to find, and being able to do it at a cheaper cost off Electromancer shouldn't be overlooked. Sure Strike is pretty excellent though too. As a way to push through some extra damage. Might even wield the Invert Invent. Maybe not. There's a Maximize Altitude too, which I probably take over because we have the Firemind's Research. That makes more sense over the Sure Strike because you can cast it twice. Okay, we'll go Altitude here. Another Crater Maker, excellent, excellent card. Another Bodyguard wouldn't hurt, but I'm going to go Crater Maker. Creature that kills, really good. So there's our 23rd card. Another Gateway Plaza. Velocity is not bad. Probably don't need a second Plaza, honestly. We can, or even the Radical Idea actually is. Radical Idea is pretty slick with Firemind's Research. I'm going to go Radical Idea. So another crack at getting Invert Invent, otherwise Dimir Guildgate for a splash. We'll just take the Invert Invent. There's a decent chance it makes the deck too. Being able to find your late game stuff, and Invert randomly does some cool stuff too. Okay, so we can take the Capture Sphere now, or we can take another Radical Idea. I'd probably just take the Capture Sphere. It's a good way to just deal with anything, which I like. None of these are playable. Now that we're on pack 3, we can just take the best card, I suppose, which is probably, I don't know, the Guild Mage maybe? Maybe the Patrol. Here, guess we'll take a Notion Rain. Book Devourer. Boar is playable. Lock it. Locksmith, number 3. Creeping Chill. Okay. Well, gonna have to figure some things out here, but we got some cool stuff here. Definitely. I think I like what we're doing. So let's figure this out. We probably don't want to cut more than one creature. We have a lot of 4-drops, which can be problematic. Can get gunked up easily. If I was going to cut a creature, it'd probably be the Locksmith. At least one. 13 creatures. We do have a bit of card advantage, which makes cutting spells a little bit less necessary, I think. Like cutting yeah, like we can cut another creature spell potentially, maybe even another Locksmith, just because it's really not that great of a card. It's a 2-mana 2/1 that sometimes does something. So then I probably cut the Dazzling Lights, maybe. We don't have a ton of good stuff for the Gravitic Punch, which could make it a weaker card here. Basically, it works well with a Cyclops, the 2 Cyclops, and that's like really it. And it's another 4-drop, so I think we can cut that. Maybe can cut the Dazzling Lights and call it a deck. Something like this. Yeah, I can get behind this. It's not bad. Pretty even split. So we've got potentially 3 blue, 3 red, and we want to even it out. 7/7, they agree. Okay. Yeah. This deck's okay. We got pretty good rares. Yeah, I don't really have an issue with this deck. I think it's... Something seems a little bit off. Can't quite put my finger on it, but we have powerful effects in here, so plenty of card advantage and some reason. Maybe it's the big finisher, but I mean, we have a Cyclops, we have a Crackling Drake. So we certainly do have some finishers. Guess even Firemind's Research to a certain extent. Well, yeah, this is it. Okay, we'll see you round 1. Round 1, we'll play first. That is a keep. Good looking hand. Okay. Electromancer number 2. Pretty slick, actually. Probably still do the Informant, though. Better use of mana. So can dump the altitude and it's kind of free. If I take the mountain, I can cast Explosion. Probably put that in the graveyard. Yeah, and then the question is, do I want to keep the mountain? So I'm already playing a land next turn. Guess we will keep the mountain. Okay. Darkblade Agent. So we go Mountain, Electromancer, and pass. And we can risk factor for 1 mana, which is not to be overlooked. Can also randomly copy instant or sorcery if I want, but currently I can at least burn and draw for 2, which is pretty good. And every time I play a land, that obviously gets better. I think we'll block. Okay. So I think what we do now is risk factor. Target opponent. Okay, they take the 4. So what we do now is untap. We go land, explosion. I haven't seen this before. Okay, I mean that is the right amount. It already auto reduced it or whatever. So let's burn that for 3. Draw 3 cards. And we get in for 4 here. Okay. Chemister's Insight. Pretty good. Why don't we do that first? Well, maybe we risk factor first, because it's just 1 mana here. Guess I should have discarded the island. They took it, surprisingly. So let's Chemister's Insight for 2. Boar. Not bad. So we probably want to get the locksmith down here. Okay, Predator's pretty awesome. Alright. We have maximized altitude, so that's good news for us. Fire mines research. Well, let's see. 6 mana. So 1, 3, 4, 5. But then we can't. Even with 7, I can't do the boar, which I kind of do have to cast here, I think. So I can do research plus altitude plus boar, which I think we do. So we'll go land. Let's do the boar first. Pump the locksmith, I guess. Go research. We'll go altitude. The electromancer. So if I attack with all 3, they just block there. They have 2 mana up for like a pump effect too, but do they just go block block, or do I need to attack here too? Because they could have like dazzling lights or something. Do they just go for a free block? I feel like they do, so let's just swing with these 2. So they did have the unexplained disappearance. Actually surprised they took that. Okay. Well, Cyclops doesn't do much here, but then again, neither does Locksmith. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I guess we attack. Okay. Okay. All right, so we'll go to game 2 here. And playing against Demir. They have bounce, so that makes Gravitic Punch worse. I don't think milling them's a great plan. Dazzling Lights is okay. Not great. Capture Sphere is pretty important for taking out the bomb. We don't have a ton of options here that I like, so I think we're going to stick to the same plan. We'll play first again. We'll mulligan. I guess we'll keep this. Okay. I'll counter that. And I think we're going to ditch that, actually. We'd rather draw a land here. Okay, I guess we pass. So we go land, go. This turn progression seems pretty familiar. Okay. We'll take the 3 here. And I think we'll capture sphere the agent, actually. So I think we're going to hypothesizzle now. And we'll ditch the altitude, kill the agent. And we'll pass. That's pretty good. So what can I find off invert invent? I can find explosion and a risk factor. No, 1 instant, 1 sorcery. So actually don't have many sorceries, do we? Can find no, we can't find the sinister sabotage. We might fail to find on the that's kind of crazy. Firemind's research, not bad. So why don't we do the Drake here and draw. Okay. So I guess we'll take 4. Doom Whisperer Quasi-Duplicate is a pretty nice deck. Guess we pass. Okay. Okay. All right. Guess we take 4. We'll go Insight. All right. So we'll go Electromancer. We'll go and play the Muse Drake. It probably do. And I guess we pass. Okay. We'll sack the Muse Drake, I guess. Okay. Sure. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, looks like we can't invert anything to take less damage. So, all right. We'll see you round 2. All right, round 2. We'll play first. And we'll keep. It's a good draw. All right. Okay. Probably don't have to cast the Radical Idea yet. Okay. So let's go Guild Mage's Forum. That way we can leave up Capture Sphere and Sinister Sabotage, which is good. So I guess we'll sabotage that. I guess we don't need that one. Risk factor, not really what we're looking for right now. So we probably do Hypothesis. They actually withheld their attack, which I suppose I'm not actually sure what they were playing around there. I'm glad they did, but I don't know what they were playing around. So Hypothesis will ditch the risk factor and we'll kill Dissident. Informant's pretty good. Doesn't really stop the Dissident, however, but I say we do it anyway. I can leave up risk factor mana, which isn't bad. So we probably just put both of these in the graveyard. And then pass. Well, they don't have the 5th land, so that's actually good news. Cool. Let's go risk factor here. And discard, actually, we don't even really want to discard, do we? No, I don't think we do. Okay, that's alright. Let's just go Guildgate and leave up the Capture Sphere here. Can also leave up the Invent to find the expansion explosion, and I guess our maximize altitude is our only sorcery. I think we're just gonna capture sphere here. Okay, so we'll go, oh, we're actually one land from being able to explode kill the siege worm. So I think we go insight. And then we'll go sonic assault on the siege worm. And then on our next turn, we'll be able to explode it and draw 5. It's pretty good. Ditch the altitude. So we'll go this and explosion on this. So burn that for 5. And okay, now we'll pass. And then we can go. Well, we've got some options here. Definitely do the Steamkin, but then we can pay 3 to cast the Electromancer and get a 3/3, which is pretty good. Okay. So we go land Steamkin first. Then we go Electromancer. Play that buffed. And then we go Crater Maker. And Bodyguard. And I guess we could actually remove the tokens, cast a Cyclops, because we already have, we've got pretty, yeah, we're pretty solid on blockers. Okay, kind of like that actually. So let's do this. Cast a Cyclops. Pump the Steamkin again. And then pass. So now we've got like insight, risk factor. We've got tools to draw cards. We have the invert invent, although now, what am I finding off of that, I guess? Not even sure what we have left, actually. Sinister Sabot, no. Yeah, I'm actually at a loss here of what we have to use. Okay. So we may have to use invert, which doesn't do a ton on our opponent right now. Guess it could help us with the centipede. I'm probably just going to blow up a Gorgon, I guess. Get rid of their death touch. That makes sense. Okay, severed strands on the Crater Maker, which does actually make sense because they don't want their Gorgon to die. So let's go Insight. And we'll ditch the Plaza. Gotta stay conscious of cards remaining in deck here. So I guess I could have played the Cyclops as a 5/4 if I'd waited a turn, but I'm not entirely convinced that's the most important thing to me. Ooh, Firemind's Research. Well, there's a good one. Erratic Cyclops is pretty awesome too. So let's go Research first. Pump the Steamkin. Go Cyclops. And I think we go Altitude on the Bodyguard. They want me to draw off Risk Factor now. It kind of occurs to me. That's okay. So, yeah. So they probably blocked the... To me, it makes more sense to have the mentor guy. So we'll discard the island. And we'll get in with... This has trample too, right? I thought if it had... I don't know why I thought it had trample. Guess we could even attack with the informant too. So we'll mentor the informant. Uh-oh. That's concerning. So do they have Kill Cyclops plus Pump? Guess they need a kill spell plus a Pax Favor to get us, or Might of the Masses or something? Double Pump, Pax Favor, Might of the Masses? I guess that would do it too. Double Pax Favor? Find Finality? But then why would they take all the damage? Just to get a few points in on us? I suppose that's possible. Odd. Okay. So we're playing against junk. Still don't have much of a sideboard plan, so we drew a remarkably high volume of cards that game. Almost milled ourselves out, but it definitely worked out in the end, so let's stick to the same plan. We're going to keep this. His hand needs some help, but potentially good. Child Knight, that's a good one. All right. Get the locksmith down. So as much as I need this locksmith, oh, well, that's good news actually. It's really good news. So now we can go bodyguard. Oh, it's an interesting one to deadweight. Okay, Fireman's Research, not bad. I guess that we don't really want to get in because of the lifelink. So we probably just cast the research and pass, honestly. I'm okay with that too. Sets us up for our spells that will come. Okay. Oh, I guess I can attack as I have to double block. Wait, I don't have to double block. Never mind. I just single block. Then my bodyguard won't be able to block, but that's not a big deal either. Let's go Crackling Drake here. Let's get a body on the board. Very good. Now we pass. Bodyguard can still mentor our Drake. Not to be overlooked here. Alright. So block here. Block here. And we'll get in there, mentor. Look at our 1/1 mentor doing work. And then we'll cast the Cyclops. Another target to mentor. 1/1 mentor doing work while our opponent is mana screwed. So here do we do the boar? I guess so. Why not? Got a 1/9. It's pretty good. I think we've eked out some pretty good value already this game. Alright, and then we can just leave up Sinister Sabotage. That's pretty mean. So we'll just counter it because whatever. I guess we'll keep it. Get these guys down and get in there. And then we should pretty much have lethal at this point with Sonic Assault and Explosion, Risk Factor, and all that nonsense. Okay. Naughty Shield Mate. So we should just be able to go land, Sonic Assault. And that should do her. All right. We'll see you round 3. Round 3, we'll keep this hand. All right. Probably go, I guess, Cyclops into... uh-oh, Vindicator, huh? That's pretty good. Alright, so we'll play the Cyclops here. Oh, invert. Not bad. Let's go Informant. Alright, ditch that, keep the boar, play a land, and pass. So, probably just play the boar. We can get in with the Informant here. Okay. Muse Drake. Certainly not bad. Let's play it. Locksmith too. Okay. So I think we just play the locksmith and pass, I guess. Alright, so now we can invent, and that's good too. So we'll just pass. I guess I could have attacked the Drake actually, but this maybe plays around Legionnaire a little bit better. So let's go invent. And we'll get this guy, and this. That's all I can get. Guess so. Okay. Hypothesis all. So we can kill the mentor guy, which we probably want to do. We'll ditch an altitude. Is that what we want to ditch? Okay. Ditch that. Kill the challenger. And we'll get in with, I guess, these two. Play the land and pass. So, building towards a pretty spicy explosion here. Okay. They just couldn't find their fourth land. They look pretty quick, though. And we don't have much of a sideboard. We can do the Dazzling Lights. It's not a bad, it's actually a pretty good way to combat Mentor. It really is, actually. So we probably want these. Maybe ditch the altitude. And maybe ditch like a radical idea. Radical idea is actually kind of important. Maybe we ditch the risk factor strong. Could ditch the Fire Mines Research. That's a pretty slow plan. Invert Invent can still do things. At least Invert can. So I'm probably okay with this. I imagine our opponent wants to play first. This hand's good. Okay. All right. Let's go Electromancer here. And pass. All right, we'll block the witness. Sure. So our guy dies. We'll go. I think we go Plaza here. And then we'll pass. Pax Favor Splash. It's pretty bold. Huh, that was pretty unexpected too, actually. All right, one card left in hand. That's good. So let's go land, and we can do Crackling Drake, but I think we, well, could do Cyclops too, actually. We probably go Cyclops. Cyclops can at least trade with the Centaur. Which seems like a good plan right now. Swing at everything. Yeah, we'll trade with the Centaur. Prevent a little bit of damage there. Okay, Bodyguard's going to be a problem, so let's figure this out. Radical idea. So we can go Cyclops, which might be better defensively. Can't do Locksmith Electromancer because it still doesn't block the Bodyguard very well. Crackling Drake draws us a card, which might be able to... Yeah, we probably do this because it helps us hit a land. Now that I think about it. We want to keep those land draws coming. Alright. So we're up to 5 now. Which is good. So we go block here. Okay, Recluse. That's possibly even a weirder splash. Capture Sphere. Well, there we go. That helps. So we can Capture Sphere the Bodyguard. We'll probably just do that. Okay. Block this. Okay, Vindicator. Insight. So I guess we go Electromancer. And I think we could Radical Idea. Maybe better to leave that a surprise. Okay. But I want to play a land this turn too. Alright. We're going to actually play it. I want to see what we get. Okay. Play the Locksmith now. Although Locksmith doesn't really do that much, does it? Maybe we just do another Radical Idea to help hit the land. Okay, I like that more. And we'll ditch like actually, what do we ditch for that? There's ditch the Locksmith? Yeah, Locksmith's pretty pointless here, actually. Alright, hit the land. And then we'll pass. So we can actually expansion too. Gotta remember that. Very important. Because we can copy an instant or sorcery. Okay. Hypothesis. Well, that one's pretty good. So we'll pass. Although, no, I want to hit another land drop. Yeah. It's way more important we hit the land drop here, I think. So we can ditch the Dazzling Lights. Kill the big flyer. Play a land. And we can Chemister's Insight. But we probably just Informant, actually. What do we got? Sonic Assault in the land. So land now takes us to burn for 4, draw 4. That's pretty good. So we can ditch the assault, keep the land, and pass. And I guess we'll burn the Vindicator, I suppose. Oh wait, we actually, yeah, we burned for 5 with, actually that probably makes more sense to just play the Cyclops then, huh? They do have the Hawk. But it's alright, let's play the Cyclops. And pass. So Cyclops is going to be a mightier beating later. Okay. So now we just go land. Let's say I burn my opponent for 6. The mana cost on this is 10, so that's 16, 21, 22 damage. It's a lot. Maybe we just do it to them. Is it worth it? Yeah, it probably is. But do we just play it safe and kill the Vindicator? I mean, the thing is, I'm gonna win without. Let's just kill the biggest threat. I feel like I'm gonna win. Why even put myself in a position where I'm potentially not winning? Because we're dealing 16. Yeah. We couldn't kill our opponent, so why not just take out their biggest threat? That makes more sense to me, honestly. And we'll ditch some lands here, I guess. All right, cool. So we ended up going 2-1. Pretty fun deck. Drawing just a trillion cards over a couple turns is a lot of fun. So I'm glad we could find success with this deck. It is a lot of fun to play. And I feel like it's been a while since I've gotten to play it. And we had actually quite a few rares to support this deck, which is like specifically is it rares too. Firemind's Research and Erratic Cyclops and Risk Factor I feel like is totally, well, I guess Boros really likes Risk Factor too. That one's actually a perfect mix for both plans, but since it has Jumpstart, I feel like it was designed for Is It. And then we also got the expansion Explosion, of course. So 4 on guild card rares is pretty nice. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.